You're now listening to the Key Witness Media Podcast with Kurt Maggs. Kurt Maggs Radio.
Hello, everyone. This is Kurt Maggs representing the Key Witness Media Podcast. Tonight, I just wanted to send condolences out to the family and friends and to the co-workers, all that were impacted by the shooting that happened at the FedEx location on the south side of Indianapolis. I'll tell you what, this has been one wild week for me. I was able to go on vacation and enjoy my vacation, and we got a chance to visit family and friends, get around and get some things done that I've been wanting to get done for a while. Finally got them accomplished. And I'll tell you what, the situation with the Chicago police shooting of the 13-year-old Adam Toledo was very sad thing to see. If you look at the police footage, and once you go to Chicago, you could feel the tension and the sadness that was in the air, resulting to the death of this young man. I believe everybody who knows who's 13, who has a child who's 13 years old, or a relative or a niece, nephew, or next door neighbor, you know how 13-year-olds are. They're in the middle of becoming an adult and actually still being a child. So a lot of times they're so impressionable. And from what information I gathered, he was hanging around a 21-year-old. And anybody who knows about how that works, these older kids will make or get the younger kids to commit crimes because they know that the police and the justice system is not going to be as hard on them as they would be to an adult. And from what we're being told from the media, that the 21-year-old gave the 13-year-old the gun. 13-year-old is running with the gun. He drops the gun and is shot. Now, I can't speak for the police officer. If you look at the situation, they're in the middle of a chase. I don't know if that split second it would have been any different when you look at it. I think what I'm trying to say is a split second decision can be either wrong or right. So anybody who looks at it a certain way, they may think that, or maybe the officers, they still keep saying that someone should shoot him in the leg. And, those days are gone when the police are going to wound you. They're told to shoot to kill. You don't give someone an opportunity to possibly take your life. So I hope that some resolve can be brought about that. The 21-year-old should be punished to the maximum. He caused that young man to lose his life. And, many people are still yelling, where were the parents? Why was this 13-year-old out at 2:30 at night? And anybody who knows what's going on as far as that, you can kind of read between the lines and kind of see what you're dealing with. He could have been someone who just, snuck out the house. So we don't know if the parents were aware that he was even out. Now, I was talking with people. I've always been involved with some type of youth program, and I was one time linked with the Indianapolis public libraries, and also the working with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America in Gary, Indiana, and working and dealing with the youth. And you would be surprised of how much they know about drugs and gangs, and I'm talking about from 10 to 16. There were 8 or 9-year-olds that talked about smoking marijuana and drinking and things like committing crimes, and they knew how to shoot a gun and things like that, which was always puzzling to me. If I can go back to when I was around that age, I really didn't start understanding what all about the crime and things like that till I got around 15 or 16. But it let you know this is a whole different world right now. We're living in a whole different world. And to hear, and I know that they weren't making it up, because I remember taking my child to the bus stop. Now, he didn't want me to walk him all the way to the bus stop. He was in the 5th grade. I believe he was in the 5th. No, he was probably in the 6th grade. So I'm walking him to the bus stop. And there's already about 5 or 6 kids at the bus stop. So I kind of just watch him for about 3 blocks down, and I watch him walk down. And I see smoke coming from one of the kids on the bus stop's mouth. And at first I thought I was seeing something. You know how sometimes you can see that that mist that comes out when it's cold outside, and you can see the your breath in the air, but it wasn't cold enough to do that. So when my son gets off the bus stop that evening, I said, "Hey, are those kids smoking on the bus stop?" And he says, "Yes." He goes, "One of them in my class." And I said, "Wow." He get that from home. So what I decided to do, I started walking up a lot more closer. I'll let him go to the bus stop by himself, but I would walk up a little bit closer as the bus came up to the corner. And it got to the point where the bus driver, when she'd see me, she would always wave and notice that I was always at the bus stop watching the kids. That was kind of like my responsibility, was to watch the kids, make sure they all got on the bus. And just thinking how some of these kids are being raised, it's unbelievable. And not to put, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave it alone. Like I say, when I met the parents at a picking up the report cards, I knew that he got that from home. But In the middle of this, we're still dealing with the Daunte Wright situation, the shooting that was in Minnesota, the 20-year-old who was faced with the situation where the officer believed that she pulled out her taser, but it was actually her gun, and shot him, killed him right there on the spot. And then you had the 8 people who were killed in Indianapolis at a FedEx. And anybody who has worked at a facility like a FedEx or UPS, you know, a lot of that is wide open. I worked for UPS. I've never worked for FedEx. There's a lot of people coming in and out. And I'm talking about a lot of people. Now, UPS was set up where you went through the guard shack and they would check your personal belongings. If you had a book bag or a bag, they would make you open it up. But there was no pat downs or no metal detectors or anything. It was just they would check your bag and see what you got. And you could see something like that happening. The crazy part is that the shooter, who was only 19 years old and no longer worked there, but he was able to take the lives of 8 innocent people. And his mom said that he had some mental issues. It's documented where she warned law enforcement of these issues. And I guess they were active, and they supposedly took away a gun, but now that I'm reading that he was able to legally buy some rifles and was able to take the lives of 8 innocent people. And I mean, the ages were ranging from 19 to 74. Some were just starting life. Some was just almost to the end. And to live to 74 years old and still active and working, you were in pretty good shape. Some of them were just trying to make a living and try to make extra money. We really need to go back and sit down and figure out what we need to do as far as a society in all 3 of these situations. From the 13-year-old Adam Toledo, the 20-year-old Daunte Wright, the young man who shot the 8 took his own life. Now, everybody may look at him as being a horrible person, but mental illness is for real. He may not have known and understood what he was doing, but he took his own life right afterwards. And I'm pretty sure the next couple of weeks we'll get more and more information and find out what was really going on with that young man. If not in all 3 of these cases. Man, I don't know. I may be bringing you another episode Sunday. If not, I'll be bringing it in the middle of the week to discuss my vacation and some of the things that I was able to get done. I pray for peace in all of these situations. I'm praying for the family of each and every last one who's lost son, daughter, parent, grandparent, brother, sister, nephew, cousin, friend, co-worker. I don't know. Peace and God bless.